Okay, good morning, guys. Welcome to the last class of this week number 4, right? And as you know, the next week we're going to have a simple evaluation about all the things that we have been going through. And I just thought that it might be a great idea to have kind of a review in order to practice all of the things that we have seen and the possibilities that we're going to get in our test or evaluation. Okay, the first thing, guys, if you remember, we start in the third or fourth week working with polynomials, okay? And we learn how to add them, how to multiply them, subtract, divide, no, just that. Okay, and this is what I'm gonna do. We're gonna start off trying to add this. Okay, this is a simple addition. And how it works, guys? First of all, when we are adding polynomials, it's like you're adding object. Okay, you have something plus something. You have to add use when we have like terms. Okay, let's say I always try to explain this. It sounds like a third grade explanation, but I think it works. When you have these guys, what you have to do, you're gonna group. Okay, you're gonna make groups. Okay, you have apples here. You're gonna keep everything organized. Okay, let's start off doing that, guys. Okay, we have this 4p plus 5 plus 6p minus 2. Okay, but this is in disorder. The first thing that you have to do, you're gonna put this in order. Okay, I'm gonna make a group of 4 pineapples. Okay, I have pineapples here. I'm going to look throughout this if I have another pineapples. Do you get to see another one, guys? We have another one. I have 4p here. Do I have another 4p? Well, another p, sorry.
6p.
Okay, I have another 6p. Okay, I put them together. Okay, 6p. Okay, that's it. Okay, I don't have another p. Okay, close parenthesis. Now, plus, and let's make the second group. Okay, the second group is going to be with numbers. Okay, 5. Okay, 5. And let's,
2.
okay, 2, right? But it's negative. Be careful just with the sign. Okay, 2. Okay, I copied exactly with the sign. This is what I got, guys. Now, what is next? You only have to simplify that. Okay, like that. 4 pineapples plus 6 pineapples. How many pineapples?
10p.
10p. Okay, 10 pineapples. Please, this is adding, just adding something plus something. It is not multiplying. Be careful with that. And let's add or subtract the numbers. Plus, okay, it's this one. 5 minus 2. What is that equals to, guys? Okay, that is 3. Okay, 5 minus 2, 3. And this is the answer. Let's go to the second one. Okay, what we have to do, guys, as I told you, you already know how to add and subtract polynomials. Now we're going to multiply. Okay, and how do we multiply? Okay, we multiply using the distributive property, right? We can multiply any polynomial, guys. It doesn't matter how big it is, how small it is. You're going to use the distributive property and it's going to work perfectly. But I remember that I taught you some special products, okay? What is that? That you have, I mean, something in common, and when you multiply, then you can use a formula. Instead of using the distributive property, you can use a formula, and that is going to help us. Do you remember this, guys? X2, X2, I have the same quantity, but the only difference is the sign. One is positive, one is negative. Do you remember the formula for this?
A squared minus B squared.
Okay, thank you. We're going to use two methods, the first one and the second one. Let's suppose that you know the formula, as Efrain told me. The formula is, I'm going to copy it, a squared, the first one, minus the second one squared. That's the formula. Okay, let's use it. Let's use it. Okay, first to the second power minus second one to the second power. What is the first term? What is a, guys? The first one. These are a and these are b. X, okay, we want to put x. Okay, let's put x here. And what is b? xb. Okay.
2.
Okay, we put 2. And let's simplify that because that is parentheses and I need a simple answer. X raised to the second power, guys. Okay.
X squared.
X squared minus 2 squared. 2 times
4.
That's going to be 4. And this is the answer. X squared minus 4. The product of these guys is going to be equals to x squared minus 4. Okay, that's the first way to do it. But mister, I didn't remember, and I don't remember, I don't know how to use the formula. Don't worry, what's the solution? This is a simple multiplication, therefore you're gonna use the distributive property. Okay, let's try to work on that, okay? I'm gonna use the distributive property, this times this. And what is that, guys? This times this, x times x. X squared, right? plus, let's continue. Or okay, I don't have to use the sign. Now let's multiply this times this, the next one. What is this, guys? X multiplying negative 2. Negative 2 times x,
Negative 2x.
2x. Okay, now we have already multiplied the first times the second expression, okay? Let's continue, okay? We wanna multiply this times this. And what is that, guys? 2 multiplying x, 2 times x is 2x. And we need to multiply the last one, this times this. What is, guys, 2 multiplying negative 2? 2 times negative 2 is negative. 2 times 2, negative 4. Okay, this is the answer, guys. But take a look that you have a lot of variables here. You need to simplify. Is there something, guys, that can be simplified, or you gotta simplify? Something in common, like terms, do we have? X and X. Okay, X represent apples. 2 apples minus 2 apples. What is that, guys? 2 apples minus 2 apples. You have 2 apples and you subtract 2 apples. How many apples are you gonna get?
0.
0. Okay, I can cancel that. 2 minus 2 is 0. Okay, what I'm gonna get, guys? X squared minus 4. Do we have a difference in our answers, guys? No. But which is easier? Which is more difficult? I think this guy is way more difficult than this, because in this, the first to the second power minus the second to the second power. But if you don't remember the formula, okay, use the distributive property. It's gonna work perfectly. You have to work a little bit harder, but it's not a big deal, of course. Welcome to the third example. How can we factor this? Okay, factor means, guys, represent something as a multiplication. That's an informal definition, but I'm pretty sure you quite understand better this. Factoring means splitting, breaking something down into smaller pieces so that you put these smaller pieces together, multiplying, you get your real expression. Oh, that's hard to understand. In other words, guys, I need to represent this x squared plus 5x plus 6 as a multiplication. Okay, something multiplying something else. Okay, and how do I do that, guys? Okay, let me explain you. We have different methods. This is a quadratic trinomial. Okay, quadratic to the second power, 1, 2, 3, trinomial. Okay, we have different methods to do that. Okay, the first method, guys, I think it is greatest common factor, right? The greatest common factor. The second method is the big X method. And the last is the, what is it?
Trinomial.
A trial and error. Okay, trial and error.
Trial and error.
Thank you. Okay, we're going to start off taking a look if we can use the greatest common factor. Okay, let's see the numbers, coefficients, 1, 5, and 6. Totally different. I don't have any common factor with them. What about the biggest method? Can I use it or not? I'm gonna rule this out. Okay, this is not gonna work. What about the biggest method? Can I use it or not?
Yes,
Why can I use it?
because we have one as coefficient in x squared.
Exactly. The leading coefficient is 1. Okay, we can use the big X method. Okay, we don't need to use the trial and error because we can use the big X method. Okay, let's use it. Okay, let's use the big X method. Okay, I'm gonna make a X here big and B here. And I'm going to substitute that. Okay, A times C. Keep in mind, this is the first, the quadratic terms is A, B, C. What is A, guys? 1 times C. 1 times C is 1 times 6. That is 6. Right? Now, what is B, guys? What is the value for B in this case?
5x.
5. Okay, we only need the coefficients, 5. Now, can some numbers that I multiply and get 6? I multiply 2 numbers that I can get 6. 3 times 2.
2.
3 times 2. Someone tell me 3 times 2. Let's see. Or we can say 6 and 1. You have to try it. Okay, 3 times 2. Okay, 3 times 2 is 6. Using 2 and 3, can I get 5, guys? Positive 5.
Yes.
Yes, right? Positive and positive. Take a look. Positive 3 and positive 2 is positive 5. Let's check it again. Positive 3 multiplying positive 2. Calculators. Positive 3 times positive 2 is positive 6. Guys, it looks like everything is working. Okay, this must be my answer. Okay, let's factor this out. Okay, 2 parentheses, 2 parentheses. And I'm gonna put x squared can be factored as x and x. And I'm just gonna copy this, guys. Plus 3, and the other one
Plus 2.
plus 2. And that's our answer. Piece of cake. Or it. let's tackle this down aggressively. Okay, we have 3p squared plus 15p plus 18. As you can see, it's a quadratic trinomial. And how do we factor? Okay, let's copy all the method that we have, guys. Okay, we have greatest common factor, we have big X method, and we have trial and error. Okay,
P,
okay.
parenthesis P plus 3,
Uh,
parenthesis,
you got it.
times, multiplied by parenthesis P plus 2, parenthesis.
Excellent. Amazing. Okay, let's see. Greatest common factor, guys. That's the first thing that whenever you're trying to factor a trinomial, you have to, or even a binomial, you have to look for the greatest common factor.
Wait, my mind was, my I was telling the answer to myself.
Yeah, you were saying it aloud. Okay, we have 3, we have 15, and we have 18, right? We have these three numbers, guys. Do we have something in common? 3, 15, 18. Yes, right?
Yes.
If you don't get it, do not worry. You can do it step by step here, okay? You copy the numbers, 3, 15, 18. Okay, I'm going to find out the greatest common factor, 3 times 1 is the only way that I can factor 3. 15 can be factored as 5 times 3 and 15 times 1. 18, guys, 18 can be 6 times 3, 9 times 2, and etc. What is the greatest common factor, guys? The number that it appears in the 3 lists.
3.
3, thank you. Someone said 3. Okay, it's 3. Okay, I'm gonna take that as a common factor. 3, okay, that's a common factor. And now let's put parentheses and we're gonna put what is missing. 3, guys, times, can I get 3p squared? What is missing? The 3 is here.
1.
Okay, the 1, okay, you can put a 1 if you want, but it's only missing the p squared, right? Of course, there is a 1 in there. Great. And now, 3 times, can you get 15, guys? 3 times, can I get 15? Plus 5. Let's check it. 3 times 5, 15. What else is missing?
P.
The p, right? Do not forget it. Okay, now plus 3 times, can you get this number? 3
6.
Can I get 18? 6. And that's it. In this case, I don't need variable because I don't have it. Okay, that's it, guys. I have factored using the greatest common factor. Should I factor any further? A little bit more? Can I factor something else? Sure. What is this, guys? P squared plus 5p plus 6. This is a quadratic trinomial. And how can I factor it? Big X method or trial and error? This one. How can I factor it?
Trial and error.
We're gonna try.
Big X method.
The second.
It's gonna work. The trial and error is gonna work too. If you try to factor this using the trial and error, it's gonna work. But the big X method is kind of the baby method that you understand everything you're doing. Okay, the big X method, because this is 1, you can use it. Okay, let's use the big X method. I'm gonna make a big X, 8 times C.
Will be 3 times 2.
It will be 3. Okay, 1 times 6. 1 times 6 is 6.
8.
What is B, guys? A, B.
5.
5. And how can you factor 6? Oh, again, this is repeated. How can you factor 6
1.
using 2 numbers?
6 times 1. 3 times.
3 and 2. 3 and 2.
Gonna work, but you're gonna need a negative because 6 minus 1 is 5, but we don't have any negative. Take a look. That it looks like it's gonna be a little bit hard. 3 and 2, okay? 3 and 2, take a look. 3 times 2 is 6. Using 3 and 2, how can you get 5? Positive 5. Only if both of them are positive. Okay, we got it, guys. Okay, 2 parentheses. Okay, p squared is pp. Plus 3, the first one, plus 3, and the other one is plus 2, and this is our answer. Take a look. Do not forget, guys, to copy the 3. Okay, these 3, the greatest common factor, you have to be copying it. Okay, and that is the answer. Guys, I wish you luck on your next evaluation, and please practice. Practice. That's the only way that you're gonna master this, by practicing. See you. Thank you very much.